Tom Lennon, NYSEG out here again trying to make this happen.
Third Tuesday in a row, yeah.
Unfortunately, Mother Nature hasn't been cooperating. Hopefully she'll give us a little mercy for the next 45 minutes or an hour. And we'll get out of here. Come out and thank you all together for it. Tom.
Hey guys, thank you for showing up tonight at the NYSEG's live line electrical safety demonstration. Our demonstration today on safety near electrical hazards will try to show you why it's very important to remain clear of our wires. We will show you some of the hazards that exist around your home and neighborhood. We will also show you some conditions that exist during storms and some of the dangers that may occur when emergency personnel respond to accidents. Our linemen routinely handle these emergencies and are highly trained in their field. Therefore, anything you see should not be attempted on your own. It is extremely dangerous and can cause serious injury or death. Our linemen today are Marty Lundy, Rodney Ward, Jim Mallon, Ulysses Maloney. Okay, the voltage on this line today is 7620. That is typical of the lines that run up and down our streets. The transformers change that voltage from 7620 to 2240. So you can use it in your home. The guys, we all wear rubber gloves when we're working on these. You'll notice that our linemen are wearing gloves made of rubber for protection. They are tested monthly and offer their only protection from high voltage. Our linemen test their gloves before each use by inflating them with air to check for holes. We will show you what happens if they become damaged. Some fire departments carry these on their trucks, and it is a practice that is not recommended. The first example we're going to do for you guys today is a squirrel. These squirrels are responsible for most of our smaller outages, especially during the summertime. First thing in the morning, we get localized outages, and what it typically is, you've seen these squirrels running down the secondary power lines. They go up on top of the transformer. The transformer is just a big ground. Then they start gnawing on our primary, and then it blows a fuse. And everybody calls it in as if I heard a transformer explode. It's not a transformer exploding. It's a fuse. They go off like a shotgun. So this demonstration will show you what happens when a squirrel or other small animal becomes entangled in our transformer. Often this is called a localized power outage.
Yeah, leave it on.
Ready. So that's not a transformer, that's a fuse. That's what you hear typically. And that's because he sits up on top of that transformer and it's just a big ground. He comes into contact with the high side lead and it blows that fuse. Cut out. Yep. Oh, it's a horrible thing when you go out there and you see him crawling around. The next example we're going to show you are latex gloves. We actually had an accident not that long ago where somebody came out of their house with latex gloves on to move the wire out of their driveway. They did die. So, latex gloves. This is not a rubber glove, even though it will air test and should never be used by a homeowner as a rubber glove. We will reveal what happens to it when it comes in contact with an energized wire. Those are your dishwashing gloves. So, if you're standing in your driveway and you got a pair of those on and you plan on moving the wire out, don't do it. The other thing is polyester clothing. None of us here are allowed to wear any polyester clothing when we're working on live lines. just like those gloves. They conduct and they'll melt right to us. The next example we'll do is a primary on a fence. This one is especially important to you guys because you guys always go out there to that site, car accident. We have this voltage, 4800 delta. That stuff will lie on the ground for days live and not blow a cutout. So if it's laying on the ground, it can easily lay on that guardrail further down the street from where you guys are, and it'll just sit there energized. Unlike the 7620 voltage, that'll usually blow a cutout. But the delta will sit there live, and you don't see it. You sit on there, it'll get you. Okay, so primary on the fence. In this example, we will show you what happens if a conductor falls on a fence or even a guardrail along the road. It may not look energized, but it is lethal. Any guys from Amenia? Last year in Amenia, remember that guy on the way home after work? Saw that brush fire there on the side of 343, got out of his truck. That's another thing you got to consider on a windy day. What caused that brush fire? He got out, walked into that delta primary, and got him right in the ankles. Okay, here is an energized fence. Doesn't look energized, but put that hot dog into it. That's your finger. Okay. Rope. Many people are under the misconception that a rope will not conduct electricity. This presentation will show you what happens when a rope is dirty or wet. In this case, we're using a wet rope. So that primary has 7,620 volts in it. Goes right through that rope and lights the light down below. Trains, I thought they were supposed to come every hour. Okay, the next one we'll do for you is a fire hose. You guys tend to work with fire hose. Volunteer firemen the mechanical fire hose is down power on it. You guys typically know your hose. Be careful, make sure there's no energized, the primary's down. Go ahead, Marty. It's a great conductor. Okay, next one we'll do wet wood. Okay, another misconception that many people have is that wood will not conduct electricity. Our next test will show you that wood, when wet, will indeed conduct electricity. Utility poles themselves are great conductors. They're filled with creosote or whatever we treated it with. And, if that primary is laying on the pole and you're at the bottom, you should touch that pole. It's not sitting on an insulator. You will feel it. Kite string. So this next one will exhibit why it is so dangerous for children to fly kites near energized wires, particularly when the string is wet. Again, that's 7,000 volts on the top of that cutout, and it'll pass right through that string, through the transformer, like that light. That's kite string. Doesn't burn, it just conducts. Okay, tree branch on the primary. More and more people cut wood as an alternate source of energy. The chances of one falling on power lines increases. For a customer, this can be costly and dangerous. Wood is wet, and as we know from the last demonstration, will conduct electricity. In this example, we will show you what happens when a tree limb comes in contact with a conductor. A lot of times you guys go out there, you see the trees laying on the road and still up in the primary position. I can't tell you how many times I've gone out there and seen somebody cutting that tree off the primary. Probably get away with it right up until the last cut. Okay, so next one, fire boot. Many fire personnel think that the rubber boots they wear are adequate protection against electricity. Again, we shall reveal the fallacy of this. Boots can be wet, contaminated with dirt, or have holes in them. All of these unsafe conditions allow for current to flow to the wearer, presenting a potentially dangerous situation. People always ask us, how close can you get to an energized conductor when it's laying on a wet road? Just stay away. Okay. Hot dog. This demonstration is perhaps one of the most graphic we have. We will energize a hot dog to simulate the effect high voltage has on human flesh. Oh, I'll tell you what, we already did the hot dog on the fence. We'll pass on that. Let's do continuity through ground. Through water.
Through water?
Through water. This example here will demonstrate how electricity travels through water and the extreme necessity of not getting anywhere near down wires. Again, wet road. Inside this pipe is nothing but water that I took out of the pond earlier today. We're going to open, the center switch there is open, so you have an open between this side of the pole and that side now. And the electricity will pass right through that tube up to the high side of that transformer, 7,620 volts in the high side, 12240 out the bottom, and light that light.
Yep. Hanging on the wire.
You good? Go ahead. So there it is. Primary's going in this side of the tube, right through the water, out that, back up to the primary and the high side of the transformer. We've actually seen it where the wire's separated on the ground in wet snow, and the electricity tracks through, goes onto the load side of that wire, and the houses stay lit on the load side with broken primary lines.